this information.
Hello, my name is Ben Crosby. I am a professor of geology at Idaho State University, and I guess I represent a stakeholder group of citizens and educators interested in maintaining climate change and biodiversity-related curriculum. The main points that I guess I would like to make in a couple minutes are the value and importance of both of those subjects as scientific endeavors, as well as those that are very tangible and things that matter to students. And so a lot of times in science curriculum we struggle to have people care about things like atoms or other things that are more difficult to wrap your mind around. But when you start to talk to students about biodiversity and the benefits that it provides to us as a culture, as a society, students get excited. Students understand and can relate to that. And I understand that much of the biodiversity mentions within the proposed science standards do have some negativity associated with them. And I suggest that many of the same concepts can be included from a more positive standpoint by emphasizing the benefits that come from ecosystems and ecosystem services. And the maintenance of biodiversity provides a lot of positive benefits, and by highlighting those, it may make them more attractive toward the decision makers that ultimately decide what does and does not go forward in the curriculum. On the side of climate change, I participate as an active researcher, publisher, someone who serves on panels for the National Science Foundation, Association of Sciences, the American Geophysical Union, and all of these organizations and groups that I participate in have complete mandates in setting forward that climate change is influenced by human activity, by fossil fuels and greenhouse gases. These are not things that are debated in the science community. Yes, there are a small number of individuals that are continuing to investigate alternative explanations, which is healthy and positive for the progression of science. But the vast majority of research and evidence support human introduced greenhouse gases as a major cause of the observed changes in climate that we see. How to properly get these integrated into science standards. Having looked through the document, I feel that the strongest way of making sure that they do go forward is just by emphasizing to those decision makers that when we put forward science, it's important for us to recognize that many of the topics in here, whether biology, chemistry, or physics, are under revision and constant reevaluation by the scientific community. And nothing is absolute in science. We do not have definitive truth through science, but we have strong evidence-based understandings of how the world works, whether that's in biology, chemistry, and physics. Those are always under revision. The same is true for what we have when it comes to describing the Earth's climate and humans' potential impacts on that. In the same way that we don't rule out teaching chemistry, physics, or biology based on that sort of continued revision, we should not rule out teaching our students presently about the scientific consensus that humans do have a significant and meaningful impact on climate through the burning of fossil fuels, the addition of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, and subsequent impacts. So I would advocate for a revision of, in summary, advocate for a revision of the biodiversity language to include more positive terms, and to maintain or slightly revise the climate change language that's there, also seeking sort of more positive language, but still standing by your guns of statements that humans are influencing climate, and that current models demonstrate a strong relationship between increasing greenhouse gas and increasing temperature. And with that, I'm done. Thank you for listening.